What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Devblog number 6 for SurvivalMMO. And as you can see, a lot of things look different, most notably the character models, so I changed those once again, and I think they look a lot better than what we had last week with those big round-headed looking things. And you can go to the Devblog with Zerty.com. You can see the different skin tones and hairstyles and facial expressions. All that is on the Devblog. And I'm going to be developing the art style of this game around these new character models. So everything's going to be changing as far as what the game looks like over the course of time. So yeah, pretty cool stuff, and a lot of changes. I'm not going to go over everything. Please go to the website, go to the Devblog, and you can just see all the different changes. We have line of sight that was added. So now basically you cannot see behind certain walls and whatnot. I'll probably show you that later. We have base building in this update, the ability to construct a base, some changes to containers, added sounds all over the place, cursor updates, item name tags. I mean, just too much to go over in one video. But let's go ahead and go over some of it. So yeah, when you throw items down, it's going to show the name of the item, which that text is a little low. I'll change that later. It's going to show the name of the item and just kind of like a blue glow. That way you know it's a loose item. And basically loose items totally disappear after several minutes or if the server restarts. So if those are on the ground, you want to pick them up if you need it. I went ahead and added this new item, which is a building plan, and with building plans we can construct bases. So let's go ahead and open this up, or equip it, and then use it. And so when we equip our building plan, we can begin making a base. And to do that, all you have to do is left click. You can see it kind of helps you out. It locks you to a grid, and then you just left click where you want to place these foundations. So once you have a lot of foundations down, and of course in the future this will cost wood, and right now it's just a twig foundation. Now I can add walls. I can click R to rotate the wall. Alright, so basically how base building is going to work, and again it's not complete. This is literally just the beginning stages here. Basically how base building will work is you'll put down twig foundations and twig walls, and everything will be made out of twig, and then you'll use another item to upgrade them to wood or stone or metal, and basically that's how you'll make the bases stronger. So yeah, we went ahead and built a little base here, and line of sight does work very well. So you can see if we have these walls down, it kind of gets dark, and that means you cannot see around those corners. So what's cool about that is if somebody wants to break into your base, they won't be able to see what's inside until they actually break in. So if we go outside here, you can't even see, you can't see anything. You can't see the walls. The only walls that you can see are the walls that are outside, that are basically touching grass. And then when we go in, then you can see the different walls. We can go around here. Oh, we can see there's a chest here. Open that up. So that'll be nice, because you don't want people who want to break into your base to be able to see what you have in there. Another thing you might notice, we have a walking sound effect. So when we're on grass, makes a nice little sound, but when we walk on wood, it changes. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so base building is a thing, and I kind of want you guys to give me some input on base building, because obviously these graphics are going to be changed. I'm just making the structure, I'm making the system, and then I'll change the graphics all around. This will look really nice. And there also will be the ability to add doors and windows, maybe like triangular foundations so you can curve your walls rather than just having a big square base. I'm having a dilemma of what I want to do with base building exactly, because here's the thing. If we do it like this, there is raiding in the game, so people can break down your walls, they can break in through your doors, they can do all that stuff. So you're really going to have to build your base in a way that's hard for people to raid. So what that means is, what people are probably going to do when the game is out, they're probably going to add like extra foundations and then like extra set of walls like this. They're going to be doing things like this. That way, and of course you won't be able to see that inner wall. You know, that's just a little glitch there. That way when raiders kind of bust through this first wall, they're like, oh crap, I gotta bust through another wall to get to the loot. So they're gonna be doing things like that, and you know, what that means is, you know, they might do it 3 times. They might do it another, you know, thing here. You're gonna have these huge bases that are mainly built to protect small rooms that have your loot in it, and that's gonna be really ugly, okay? So I kind of have 2 different options here, 2 different directions that I can go as far as base building. I can design it like this, and basically here's a Photoshop file. Let me just kind of remove all these. Okay, it should remove here. Okay, so this is about what a base would look like in the future. You know, if I just keep it the way it is, you would add the walls down and everything, and you'd add your items in there, and if I'm on the outside, I wouldn't be able to see what's in there, of course. But that looks pretty nice, right? Of course, it's not going to look that nice because people are going to be double layering their walls. They're going to want to make a base that doesn't look nice. They're going to want to make a base that protects their items. You know, so bases are probably not going to look this nice. They're going to be built strategically. So one method is to just kind of keep going in this direction, and just whatever happens, happens. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing is, instead of placing foundations and placing walls, I'm thinking about just allowing people to place something like this. Basically, they would create a building in their inventory and then just place it on the map. They would go into the door, and that would enter into a new room, which is their base. So like this right here could be a pretty big base. Not big, but you know, can have your bed and some of your items. And then raiders could only come in through the doors. Now, you could build defensive things around this square base right here. I mean, you could build like a big fence, you know, put landmines around it, you know, whatever. You can do that. But then as far as your base, it's basically just this. Now, this looks a lot better, and on the inside it's going to look a lot better, and you're going to have a lot more room. And then, okay, so you start with like a little square base like this, just little. When you're outside, I could give people the ability to upgrade their base. So you could basically turn this, then through a menu, you know, use some resources, you know, click OK. Boom, you just upgraded the base to something like this. So it's a little bit stronger, it has a stronger door to break in. Then you get some more resources, you upgrade it to this. Now you have a lot, you know, a second story, and you can go to the, you know, you have more room. Then you upgrade it to this, you know, add a little garage. And again, all this is kind of preset. So I could give players a lot of options. And then of course, finally, well, no, I guess this is kind of all I had here, you know, so. Those are the 2 directions that I can go, and I don't know which direction I want to go. You know, keep bases like this to where it's all in the world, or separate it to where you go into the door and you're in a whole nother room. And if we did it the second method, which is the one you're looking at now, raiders would only be able to go in through windows and doors. That's it. But if we do it this method, they'd be able to blow in through any wall. But the bases are going to be really ugly. You're not going to have as much room, and yeah, I'm at a crossroads here because I can develop either way. I think this way would be more fun because when you walk in that door, you have a lot of room, you know, a lot more room than you would have with this, you know, and it's going to look a lot better too. You're going to have your different rooms, you can put doors, you can put locks, and it's just going to look really fancy. So that's kind of the crossroads that I'm at with base building right now. So look, if you have any ideas, any suggestions, if you want to talk on Skype, maybe you have some ideas, feel free to get a hold of me, leave a comment in the video. So what do I have over here? Okay, yeah, just some more base building stuff. So yeah, we can do upgradable buildings, or we can just kind of keep it the way it is, where you just place foundations and then you place the walls. And it would end up looking something like this in the end. Those are our 2 options. Okay? So, I think that's it. You can go to the Devblog, you can see all the other changes. Cursors, sounds, a whole bunch of different sound effects, base construction. I'll show you one more thing before we end the video here. Line of sight. I did add this, which I can go through walls right now. Add a little telepod here, which is kind of cool. So this will take us to a new planet, which is actually like a whole nother room. So we can have instances, and this is basically the same method that I used to just go to this new room. This is the same kind of method I'd use to do the one option with bases, where you just kind of walk into a door and then you go to a whole new room. But it's still all networked to multiplayer. You know, if I logged in another client, he could come here too. We can go back. Alright! Thank you guys so much for your encouragement. You guys are following, you guys are you know, watching these videos, you're liking, you're leaving comments, and it's really, really encouraging. Some of you guys are even going to the website, you're leaving comments on here, you guys are following on Twitter. It's really encouraging to see people engage with this project. And I can't wait to come out with the first release. Again, we're on version 0.4.5 right now. My goal is to have a 1.0 playable multiplayer alpha version where we can come on and test and play together. It's going to be really fun. So anyway, I think that wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next